they call address the issue, and from 4 to 5 we they enter as in the hot. When we they celebrate, but right now, and on top of the first segment, now we dey right now. And inside the way we dey right now, when we dey roll them, we dey take them from one angle to another angle, and when we dey on that level on top this one, now address the issue. And on Friday like this, we dey work out the enter matter then we concern relationship, love, and marriage. And they try to make sure they bring in people who go make sure they touch the matter the way it's supposed to be, so that you two where you did they listen, you go collect them as it's supposed to be. As they hear us now, feel free say no, say you go still join us on top of studio like that. If you want call with the phone number now 0700-010-961-961. But if you feel say not to watch us for social media, then you okay. Then on top YouTube now VOP 961. Then on top Instagram, Twitter thread now VOP 961 FM. Alright, sharply today we want to talk about a matter we get to do with say that it's too late to quit. So too late to quit now, one reason today. And then inside here I get a pastor and Pastor Mrs. Uche Mbata. Pastor and Pastor Mrs. Uche Mbata, they here with me, and he go still there proper when they go tell me the church we them represent or the religion where they represent. But already as a top pastor, you don't know say you don't know the angle where they come from, but the other part will come from them and make I welcome them first. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. In case as they watch us, it go make sense. Make you see how if you say when man won't live long, may try marry wife way fine, because get how you go take the look your wife eye like this. When not get the kind sickness, so one come we go allow me if it take you, because they wonder I'll just die like that, leave this fine woman for who? For waiting. I beg you know that today John will celebrate. As they talk say behind every successful man there is a woman. These days maybe we just say the woman just stand behind. Now the side every successful man or behind every successful man there is a reasonable woman. Because I guess some way just stand there and they do anything. But when you see man with they grow from one level to another level, celebrate the grace on top of the wife. Make my pastor know they very no few say they sound biased, but that's so life be. You're welcome again once more, man. All right, I don't say any man with celebrating wife not supposed to feel bad, because now your handwork now make your wife still look good. So congratulations again, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so straight up into the matter we'll carry today, will be too late to quit. First of all, we want ask ourselves the question: this matter we get to do with quit for inside relationship or marriage. We would like me to just try know small idea about what that quitting mean. Quit say you don't give up, you don't tire, I mean you no do again. I would like start from Pastor Uche. The quitting part. Quitting really means a person quits.
Yeah. Quitting is in two forms. It's either you quit as a single person or you quit even after marriage. So you can call it divorce after marriage, or you can call it I don't want to do again before marriage as a single person. Yes. So
when we say too late to quit, when is the day too late?
Emphatically, I want to say that as long as this life is concerned, everything, anything and everything is subject to change. So there's never a time that is too late not to quit. There's never a time. So you can quit anytime you feel you're no longer safe. Okay. It doesn't matter when. Most important thing is your life.
You get what you're talking about, safe. I will move and go to your wife about safe, because sometimes now women they feel say they know they're safe for man hand out of maybe violence or something. So at which point do you feel say where you feel say they too late? Maybe you don't enter, no matter the thing where they happen. If you say at this point, I know reason why I bring this question come your side. I won't side with the sister Oseni, because a lot of people that period talk say she said it did too late to come up because of her children. So a lot of women don't take because of their children, they hang on. Then finally, they still leave the children die. and they say they won't stay to find out how their children go dey fare, but when they now die, they no go even fit give account of wetin dey happen to the children. So which time wey e dey too late for woman to quit both relationship and marriage? Or we take am one we start with marriage.
Okay. Well, I would say he talked about being safe, right? There are people when they are into abusive relationship,
Okay.
and it has gotten to the point where life is threatened,
Okay.
and you're not safe anymore. You feel you're not safe anymore. There are ways you can try doing it, especially when children are involved. You can try moving away for some time.
Okay.
That's
Separation for some time to see if there will be improvement
Okay.
on the side of the partner, because anybody can feel can be the victim here.
So that means
The
you
man
need to,
can
you need
be
to
the
stay alive
victim.
to be married.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and then before you get into marriage, you should know your level of tolerance, in the sense that you talked about quitting. There are so many things that can make you quit. If your level of tolerance, you've not checked it before you entered. There are people who will see small thing and they jive, but according to where we come from, I mean the kingdom we come from, because I can't afford not to say where I come from.
Sure.
Right? So there are things that you can tolerate to an extent. Then when you're not seeing positive change, you can decide to stay away for a while and see if there will be improvement.
Okay. So you don't really talk about the stay away for a while. If not the man they threatened, because sometimes they make them feel like saying that women life they more threatened for marriage. A lot of men don't really die for this thing, but people don't know. People don't send.
Sure.
People they say and say this idea of say women are the weaker vessel. Meanwhile, are then strong pass. And it should be that. And then strong pass. So I'd always advocate say if you want to teach about domestic violence or domestic abuse, we try to balance them. No be gender issue. Anybody if they abusive, anybody if he be victim. And if you say men they more victim than women, because women own most times that they receive physical violence or physical abuse, which everybody will see and say, okay, they slap you. You don't see and say they slap them. But man, they think of waiting the woman tell her,
Right.
or what the woman tell them rather.
See what? Yes.
Months after, it is the play. That one verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and all that kind of abuse women in the face. So when it happened to women, now they ask this one now. When it happened to women, they will go to their father's house. When it happened to a man, what you go in father's house and go tell the woman to go her father's house. That one talk say the man pursuing wife. So how men won't carry survive their own? Because today women easy to run go one place. Where men won't run go?
There are about 7 pillars that makes every marriage work.
Okay.
One of them is when you get married. Okay, for instance, marriage between a man and a woman is not just something between two of them. Once you marry, it has gone beyond two of you. Things men are involved. Influencers in your lives are involved. People you respect are involved. People that love you are involved. So when a man starts feeling that kind of having that kind of experience, first thing you do, sure, you should have had an accountability system. You must have somebody. That's why in marriage, somebody gives birth to you in marriage. You remember somebody.
Yes.
You should have had somebody in your lives that you account to, and that kind of a person must be the person two of you agreed. Anytime we're having issues we can't solve, this is one thing this generation don't know.
Don't do. Okay.
We do it. We have about 5. Even before who are much senior than you have friends, covenant friends, that if there are issues between my wife we can't solve, we don't go to disturb those men. We first of all bring it to our table where we have friends, covenant friends. Yes,
Okay.
it's part of our secret.
Okay.
So if it's not solved there and she continues, I will take it further.
So that one, I know we call an third party.
No, it's not third party. Where if you use our word third party,
Based
it's not
on
like
agreement.
It's an agreement both of us
Okay.
have.
Okay.
Anytime we have an issue you are not resolving, you have the right to take it to this place.
Okay.
Because that person will not side anybody.
Hmm.
Yes, that person will not side anybody. He will stand his ground to solve the problem between two of us. And that's why there's a lot of, such things as violence at home between couples. People don't resolve issues because you don't have somebody you go to.
All right, just in case they join us, they listen to Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. And don't forget, I did right here with Pastor and Pastor Mrs. Uche Mbata. And it's still there our mind, say Pastor Uche Mbata, na also engineer, where in be. So many of you say, okay, now those pastors, we just focus on those, okay, we'll do pastor thing. People will get, where we say, even if nobody call himself, then we see they support the kingdom from their own industry. And the wife now, when they say person get different streams of income as an entrepreneur, they call it a multipreneur. All those English when they speak, I know that I get a multipreneur. So now the kind of people who I deal with here today. So which means aside their experience as pastors, they also get experience from the secular world, which also means that same experience where they go every day, them too they follow, they meet all those things, they see them. So then they talk to us today only as say them be pastors, but say them be Nigerians and them be human beings for the same to all of us there. So the experience they. So the same way they experience and they experience them too. So now it go make sense, make you fulfill any message that you want, make you send to us. We will respond to your questions. The number is 0700-010-961-961. And on top YouTube, if you ask your question. But even if after today, you still won't get to connect with them, before we come out to go let them know maybe social media handle where we from, either from Pastor Uche, we'll get the social media handle. I believe say the Instagram too.
Yes.
Okay, because sometimes some people where the spirit field, if you say social media and it's no concern them, but that one a platform where we need. So you know the social media.
Why not?
Okay. I know how they see. Now I remember now. Even your birthday period now for social media, they come. So whether my brain on they fail me for this age. So now, as we lighten up the thing so that we know they too serious with the whole issue. So they go back to our matter for today. We don't ask the question. We don't ask about this too late, and when it is too late. Now the part of relationship when you never marry, I don't hear when they say even before you say I do for front of everybody for church, you still get option. When it be say a day, maybe say if you do them, they too late. Like you see something where you don't see, or you get it they try to see, you find out, you begin feel that, oh, I don't put in too many things, I don't spend, I don't let people know, people where I don't tell, I don't plenty. This one I won't bring and come your side now, man. We'll start from you for this one, because sometimes they be like saying women, for them it is easier when woman turn face man say I no do again. The man fit just take him. My friends go tell him be a man, let it go. Man fit train woman come and say you're not my type again. Peace go there. But if man try her, the man don't begin pick things for those being. The woman go don't go where she go away, then sabi pass us. So which time will they be? Where if you say it dey too late?
Well, I'll say
For relationship.
For relation, just before marriage.
Before marriage. Before you say I do. When you go reach, if you say at this point now I don't dey too late, no talk am again, make everything just happen.
Well, there's never a time that it will be too late
Okay.
to quit. I've seen people on the day of their marriage, they call it quit because they've looked at things and they know they are not going to carry on with this thing, and if they continue, it's going to be a disaster for them.
Okay.
At this point is your choice. Is your choice. Whatever you choose is what you're going to live with, because you shouldn't be looking at people. They are not the ones going into that marriage with you. They are not the ones that will spend, because you have to think of how many years you intend staying with this person. So it's not too late, even at the altar. That's why when they want to join, they say, is there anything? Are you ready to go on with it? Or should we stop it now? It is your choice to choose whether to move on with it or to quit. It's your choice. It's your choice. So if you choose to go into it, then you know that there are so many things that you will put into it.
Okay. Before we move to your husband, we'll ask you another question. Say, waiting and waiting, like if you find yourself in that shoe, waiting and waiting, it is if you say, what will happen, where you go feel call and quit. Even if you don't put in your last card inside, you don't put in your time, thing don't take, everything don't happen. Because I don't hear people be say they come, then they go church, the guy no turn up for church. From there disappear, say no show up. Those ones the day heartbreaking. But what if the tell you say man go do? Where you go look finish, ignore every other thing where they spoil, make it spoil. Say this thing they do again.
Okay, like I said, this choice. There are things that you have looked out for in a man. As a woman, you're asking me as a woman, right?
Yes.
There are some things you've looked out for in a man, and you are not seeing it in this person that seems to profess love to you. I know, some ladies at some point, they want to be loved, they want to go into relationship, but then if you are a person of integrity, you already know what you want out of a person. You look out for it and it's not forthcoming. Okay, like I said before, I talked about tolerance. You've looked out for this thing and this person is not making positive change towards a thing maybe you've complained about. You've seen this thing, you pointed it out, and it's not working. The person is not making any taking any positive step to make to change it.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. Someone so they were into relationship, and then this lady was in a box that's in a corner that she needs help, and this man acts like it's nothing. After all, you will sort yourself. It happened once, happened twice, and at the third time she knew it's going to be a pattern. Girl, you'll always sort yourself out. Even after she sorts herself out, he never cared to ask how
you take do this thing.
Exactly.
Even if she get the money from anywhere, you no care.
Exactly. So as a lady, you see some traits like that. It's your choice to go into it, and if you go into it, just know that it's already a pattern on this guy's life, and he's not willing to change.
Okay.
But you already know what you want. You can't move on with this kind of person. You quit. There's a case of infidelity for other people. This person is always going after every other girl. You can't take it. You quit.
Before marriage.
Before marriage, yes. Yes, because all these signs show up in trickles.
Yes.
And because of our nature, we want to get married, we want to be called. You go into marriage because of sentiments.
Okay, I'll come back to you, sir. But before I do that one, we could just quickly go sell this market. It was very important. As we come back, when I stay on there because we go hear the man's side of a story. Because not say women get their own way within the reason, and we men to get the way with the reason our own thing. But because as you don't hear from the wife, we need to also hear from the husband. Waiting him having to take handling on if na in case as a man. We they come back to that one, not go anywhere. Now, Steve, voice of the people, 96.1 FM Abuja. Mo sell market. We they come back.
Yeah, VOBTV. We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOPTV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOPTV, show up, speak up.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream. Delight in every school. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream.
At number 4, Obomosho Street,
Area 8, Geriki, Abuja, or 3rd Avenue, Gwarinpa, Abuja, or Federal Housing Estate, Phase 2, Lube, Abuja. Call 0908-831-5906 or 0908-831-5908 or 0909-238-9861. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at romeospizza.ng.
website
www.romeospizza.ng. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Are you traveling to Lagos and desire a perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42 Murtala Mohammed International Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in our beautiful appointed rooms, featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Now, whether you are traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your every need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop from the Lagos airport.
Why not take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant?
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So why wait? Book your stay today and experience the ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Believe me, believe me, believe me.
Take it from me, nobody does it better.
All right, we'll bring you back to Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. And then don't forget to maybe Fresh Talk, the High Priest on radio. And that's the day here with Pastor and Pastor Mrs. Uche Mbata on top of the program what they call Fun House. And don't forget to take the first segment what they call Address the Issue. And today we address the issue we got to do with decision making. And then we call this one today, Too Late to Quit. So they ask questions, say, when be the time when they too late to quit? And when be the time when they too late to quit? Waiting be quitting, waiting be the reason why a person feel quit. We don't reason some other things on top before you join us, just in case you join us right now. They go straight to Pastor Mbata to ask him some kind question. We get to do with the last one with the wife, just clear our doubts before we come on, say we go sell market. But so we don't come back, we go say we go start with time to ask, say, as man where you be, as man now, you did that, you did position will be saying you need to make decision whether you go continue for the relationship we won't lead to marriage or to quit. Waiting and waiting the things if he make you. First of all, we'll ask you, say, when it be say it did too late for relationship? When?
Yeah, thank you. I would like to answer this by showing us the consequences of not quitting. First of all, like I said before,
okay,
there's never a time that is too late to quit.
Okay.
As long as life is involved, you know truly you can't take it, you better quit. There's this guy and a lady he was dating about a year, 6 months. The lady noticed, I want to talk from the women's side and then bring it to my side. The lady noticed the guy was cheating at least more than 3 times. I'm the one that's supposed to conduct the wedding. She didn't tell me. On the day of wedding, before they take your marital vow, you know, normal thing pastors do, they will wait and pause and ask them, are you you sure you still want to continue? You better say something now. So I first of all talked to the guy. The guy said yes, that he was ready. I talked to the lady. I said, I have an office. If you want to have a talk with me, let's go there. If you know you can't continue, say it now. Because the trauma, you know this kind of two kinds of discipline. Two kinds of pains. There's the pains of regret and there's pain of discipline. When you miss to discipline yourself, to go through the pain and say I'm not doing, because it takes a lot of pain to say you stayed in that relationship for 2 years, burnt your life, spent money, wasted your time, you know, you better be ready, because the pains of regret will kill you.
Sure.
Most people don't survive it. People go on to experience that fear. Anytime you talk about marriage, there is this, they don't want to continue because of trauma. So for me, before I say I do and I feel I can't continue, I'm going to say I'm not doing again. For my own sake, as I'm talking to you now, less than a year plus, they are no longer together.
After entering?
Yes. The lady said they are going. I said, okay. I didn't know. She didn't tell me. I waited. First call I got after marriage was after 4 months. 4 or 5 months. We were in their house for 5 hours. 5 hours. Yes, we went there around 7:30. Stayed it almost after midnight.
Settling case.
Yes. The lady don't talk tired. The lady don't see hell. Hell as in hell. You know, back to back. The girl was running mad. She said she woke up one day, felt like killing the guy. Exactly. She was looking at the guy. That was when she knew, one more step, I'll commit blunder.
And jail straight to no 2 ways.
Exactly.
Jail.
The lady bolted out, went to the guy's place with her kinsmen, and said, we're not doing it again. Take your
dowry.
Yes, you see the pain. If you knew what this lady went through. So 1,000,000 times it's better to quit.
That would have been avoided.
Yes. With small, I know do again.
Yes, so.
Exactly.
Yes, so.
It's small, but you know small.
No,
it depends. I tell you, before they finally separated, the lady had to stay away from January till almost 1 year. Yes. Okay,
That's
okay,
why
not
I
up to
say
1 year.
sometimes you need to stay away.
You need to stay away.
heal.
To do sure whether you
Exactly. Exactly.
And while she was away, I was still working on the guy on my own. Say, guys, see this now, this old life. You don't marry now. I'm beautiful girl. You don't marry now. Forget.
Funny enough, no be wife will find the make man no cheat.
No,
it's true.
no.
Some people come and say
No.
marry your spec so you no go cheat. Anybody we sabi play ball, even if he in travel come back, if he never stops, say okay, I don't want play ball, I want hang boots. You see they play.
It's true.
So okay, now you don't explain that side put well for us. So when you say you don't tell us the story about that one now, we ask question now from the male side. What's now what you be say woman feel they do? Where you go look say I no fit.
For me, number one is infidelity.
Okay.
We are cutting, we are dating. I'm not touching you. I'm not sleeping with you. And you are busy sleeping around. Boss. Now die now. Now that one and two I go sign for myself. The best thing is to quit. For my own sake, my mental health. The best thing is to quit. There's no two ways about it. And there are so many other, other things you can look at and say, this one is enough.
Okay. Now the people get different things within value for relationship. People get different things within want for their partner. The same way, like they say, as our face is different, as our problem is different. You get into we say guy A no mind, no get issue with, but guy B get issues with. The same thing with ladies. Now, when you come out to tell your story, say this thing where this woman be they do, I no like, and I make her quit. Guy A feels like more exchange now.
It's true.
Personal differences.
Exactly.
And she talked about intolerance.
So make we exchange. And let me ask this question because I would like to take them from two different angles. Like, okay, if na, but also sometimes person where the wife no they give problem. No the kind problem where. So when person ask you say which kind of problem where your wife they give you go make you run come up for house, you can't begin they think. And you go use your wife they think which kind of problem is
nothing.
But ask another person you go need full scar.
Yes, exactly. It's true.
You understand?
It's true.
Because now we talk something about violence when you talk about beating. Now back to that violence now from this other side. How we want to take the encouragement where they experience the abuse, domestic abuse, and they like to use them as abuse. So they put violence, but they say from the physical part more. It is very easy to tell women, say if he promise you saying go slap you, shift, because if he promise you before marriage saying go slap you, or if he raise his hand before marriage saying go slap you, when he marry that hand go drop. They always tell women say quit, say the man don't they give sign, but it gets signs that women they give. And we always believe say men are stronger versions. So nobody they advise men say when you begin see these signs, run. Because these days now widows full everywhere.
It's true.
Don't be say the man plan to die. It just some don't walk inside trailer, some don't walk out fall inside water, some kill themselves. And I don't experience where be say they ask man, so what be the problem? You go there hear, you don't go understand. You don't know how I want to tell you the thing. Because it's in full in your head. So how we want to take the consider the male gender on time. Say when you begin see these things, because the only thing say infidelity, when they cheat make you leave. You get things that they kill men more than say their wife cheats. You understand? And sorry how you take this time. It's very easy for woman to catch cheating man.
Yes.
But for man to catch cheating wife, you need the Holy Spirit to open your eyes. Say your wife don't they go outside because you no go know. If you train pikin 10 years, 20 years, pikin will begin resemble you, but no be you get. Meanwhile, men cheat pass, but DNA time reach. Now women they fear DNA. They wonder why the women they fear DNA pass men. So from you now, the male side as a pastor, how you feel so feel like begin the encourage men early enough to they speak out? Because men they speak out before, during. How they want to take notes? Okay, at this point, this sign what I don't see, I need to give space.
Somebody said one of the things that kills men fast is when you don't have a circle where you go to. When you just, it's with me and my family, just me and my wife, you're in trouble. if you have a circle of men where you go to pour out, when you pour out, Mr. B pours his own, you hear what others have to say. That's one of the places you gain wisdom, how to handle your wife. And then, like I said the other time, when you have authority in your life, people both of you trust, you can go to. When it stay fresh, this thing works more when it stay fresh.
Exactly.
When it has not gained root, yes. When it stay fresh, they are the right time to deal with that issue. They said problem shared is problem half solved. You say you want to bottle it up, and no, there is an explosion, there is implosion. Women suffer from explosion, men suffer from implosion.
Yeah, the one they come inside.
Kill you, you go die. Nobody know wetin kill you.
Maybe lie. Okay, so now when person won't quit, we'll come back to you, man. The best way, say the right way to quit, because sometimes some people could just go blank, they just go move, they don't go talk to you, you don't go hear anything. On the day of the event, you don't go see them. You call later, you come contact and say, I know they're ready for that thing, so then make a no come. Now you be listening at the worst way, which will reach later. So the best way to just, as a lady, you won't call the thing quit. With the focus more on before.
Okay.
Because when person don't do enter, you go need to begin go through that processes till they come out. So now preventive, now we focus more on now. Then when the person don't already enter, they get issues. I go advise me then maybe through your DM, your IG, then fit begin the contact now. Maybe down a one-on-one.
Okay.
Because the problem will not be the same. I believe they get some problem we say what happen inside where them fit still solve, where them fit still redeem. So no go just tell everybody say once you get problem come out. Some fit still. So but before you enter, you don't see them, you get option that time, free option where nobody go even vex for you. What will be the best way to use run and say I not do again?
Okay, like I said, it should be something that you already talked about it, because you can't start quitting when you've not tried.
Okay.
When you've not found a common ground to sort things out, and there's no positive change. The same way, you sit down and talk about it. See. That's why in relationship you talk, but people leave talking. You interview each other, you talk to each other, but people leave that and do other things. So at the point of talking, that is when your own you say what your values are. He says his own, and when it's not, you tried working it out and it's not working. The same way you sat down to agree to go into that relationship, sit down the same way, respectfully, and talk about it. Because in this side of the country, we don't have respect for people, especially when things are not going our way.
Which people don't get the respect, the male or the female?
Both.
Okay.
You know, we should accord people respect that is due them. You want to separate, you want to quit your relationship, talk about it. Don't be violent about it. If you met through text message, quit through text message. You met one-on-one, the person was chasing you and all that, the same way, quit like that.
Okay.
You met through Facebook, you decide is go and quit there. You know, you walked through a door, you are going to still come out of that door. Don't scatter it, because a time might come you might need that person, not like you are going to depend on the person, but you don't just scatter a door because it didn't work out for you. Leave the person leave the door the way it is, so that other people can walk through it. You don't need to scatter the person. It doesn't matter what made you people.
So the best way now to follow the same format. Tell the person, say this thing. You give reasons now, because you say you get one I read one time, say forget about this idea, or say it is not about you, it's about me. That's you don't turn to cliche. If when people want move, they will say see it's not about you, it's about me. say me just go straight to the point about the person. So if the person won't change, make it know waiting be in problem.
Yes.
Yeah. So dialogue, best way to
Dialogue it.
You know the third party to bring in. So okay, come abeg, come stay with us. We won't do dispatching party.
Except you both of you agreed in front of the person. Actually, there are people that referred you to. That sometimes relationships are on reference, right? I know this person. You can
try out.
You know, so you want to tell the person, see, this guy where you introduced me to, you know, work again. You know, don't scatter things.
You will now hear it.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, it's insulting.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's not be disrespectful when we want to, you know, get done with something we started.
Can I say something?
Yeah, now you will come to direct about this one.
Okay. If you check people in the Western world, when you break up with a person, he's not your enemy.
Yes.
Not your enemy.
True.
Let me give you a true life story. A man proposed to a lady, and the lady looked at the guy and said, even this mosquito. So many years after, about 7, 8, 9, 10 years after, the lady traveled with the husband she finally married to the UK and had a problem. They needed money. So the guy said, okay, I have somebody, I want us to go and see so and so person. I heard he's in town. When we get back to Nigeria, we'll give him. So when they walked into the office, behold, it was a mosquito. So the guy said, we need 2,000 pounds, blah, 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 blah. After much,
I can imagine.
the mosquito stood up, went to his suit where he hung it, picked out money, and gave to the guy. I said, no. Gave to the woman. I said to her, this is what mosquito can do. Because you see, women, most men do it though, but women, somebody is not your size, it's not your spec, it's not, you now insult the person, abuse the person. For what now? Table turns, my dear.
True.
24 hours, everything changes.
They change every
He's
life.
not your spec. He might be another person.
Exactly. Now the problem with that. So to you now, sir, how would be the best way for you to say, okay, one gets the best way and the wrong way together? Which one would be the right way to say I not do again, and which one would be the wrong way to just pass the message?
If I check the lady and finally I don't want to do again, I feel sending text message is not gentlemanly. It's not right.
Okay, like say small cowardness there inside.
Yeah, exactly. What shows that I'm a man is to call you, sit you down. This thing is not working on. This, and this. Please, let's part. Sometimes you may have sense of there could be violence. You may go with your friend. The person will just sit like 3 or 4 tables
Away in case.
away. Yeah. You don't know tomorrow. You don't know tomorrow what it will bring. So I don't want to do again. I'll call you on phone and I'll shout, you're a fool, blah blah. No, that's wrong. Or send you stinker. That's wrong. Maturity shows you call the person, you talk it one-on-one and part ways. If you're into movies, watch movies. Sometimes when they part ways, they even hug. And everybody goes, it's not working.
Okay, before we go to the next thing we'll be saying that final message to from another. One man from Enugu tell me one story one time. Say in ex-wife for US, say for UK, say whenever you need anything up till now, you don't marry, get children. Say whenever you need anything for UK, now the wife they help and run around. Say they see they cool. Say only for Nigeria we say you go break up, you turn enemies. But sometimes now for peace sake, you get the ones where you go still keep around. Then go don't swear say this one way I must frustrate this thing. Once then go show up like monitoring spirit. So sometimes no be you go even say you want them fire. Your spouse will say I don't they comfortable with this whole thing. You understand? Disconnect from this person totally, that blocking or something. Because depending on the person pattern of friendship. You get somebody go get as experience from there, make them turn friend. They can't turn to friends way won't work against your so are those ones now you go begin get issue, especially when your partner say I don't want this person around. If you begin they apply wisdom. But on general note, everything we don't talk about, we'll say make we just let me in 2 minutes any message where you want give us from your own side, generally from everything we don't talk about.
Most times the foundation of people having issues to quit centers on about 5 things, but I'm going to say one.
Okay.
If you're a witch, marry a wizard. If you're a Roman Catholic, marry a Roman Catholic. You're a believer, marry a believer. This is what I'm about to tell you now. Check it. When people start having issues, check the root where they come from. This is the foundation. If I marry somebody who is in the same circle, it's easier to deal with the person than dealing with person who is from outside.
Because they will understand your language.
Yes. So how can you say you're a believer, you profess Christ, you're marrying somebody who doesn't know Christ? You're in for trouble now. Your values are wide apart. Your value system is the major reason why you keep having problems. But what you feel is A+. He doesn't even care about it. He lives a life against your values. You'll be in trouble. You'll be in serious trouble. Thank you.
Okay. Foundation. Thank you very much. Over to you, Mekuja, your last time.
Okay, I'll just say people should not start what they cannot finish. Just like I said earlier, something you cannot tolerate while you're still dating. Don't try to be sentimental about it. Don't try to go into it in pity.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you will end up with it all your life. If you are ready to accommodate that all your life, it's your choice. You're not ready to accommodate it, stay away.
Okay.
You know the form your relationship takes is the form with which you enter marriage.
Exactly.
If you keep tolerating your spouse based on a particular thing, be ready to continue.
Yeah.
Because you didn't show. You remember that case now, the guy, the wife started messing up. She didn't say anything about it. When it was now too much, he started reacting. But you were there when she started. And today there are no more. They are
exactly.
You know.
Okay. Just in case person don't listen to us and want contact you on top social media platform, which social platform would they use?
Okay, is it for personal or business?
Personal. Basically, we want to discuss like this whole thing we will talk about today now. And basically, now for your personal space, the person if you can discuss.
Okay. My Instagram handle.
Yes.
Zini Demo.
Zini.
Zini Demo. ZINNYDEMORE.
Okay, ZINNY.
Yes.
Z.
D.
Okay, DEMORE. Okay, Zini Demo. Okay,
That's
so
Instagram handle.
we use that one for the 12 now.
Yeah.
Let's say, Pastor. Let's say your hand. When your hand touch phone, now Bible will open.
Why you reach him?
Okay. So that one might be the full explanation about completing and complementing. So apart from complementing, let's say she completes you on that side of social media.
He has.
But you know, he's the social media savvy. Like they hadn't to reach that side. People like me where they sleep. People like me where they sleep on social media. Okay, so
trying now.
Just in case you just join us, they try to round up from today's episode. Will be on top Fun House. They listen to Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Just in case you want to come to our office on number 8 Obumosho Street, area 8 Garike Abuja. And this one a Fun House, and the segment will just round up on the one they call Address the Issue. And from here we'll go move over to the next one, what they call As It Dey Hot. Now me, be Fresh Talk, the High Priest on radio, and a day right here to say bye bye to Pastor and the Pastor Mrs. Uche Mbata. I would thank you now very, very much for today. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.